This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the microphones, it's Jack. It's Kenny. It's the Rock and Roll Up Podcast.
Hello, mates, and welcome back to the Rock and Roll Up Podcast with me, KB, and my podcast brethren back from the Southwest. Who is it? It's Jack Cowling.
Changed my name to Poldark.
Ale.
By D-Pole Dark. I'm back.
Hey, raise the roof.
Nothing in there. Oh, it's a bit echoey.
Luke, I am your mother.
It's 2020.
I am your... I
am
am your father, but I don't actually identify as...
I am your cisgendered.
Anyway, we've gone political too early. I'm back with a slight bronze, but I'm not that tanned.
It's quite slight, I would say.
Yeah, I don't really tan. I burn a little bit on the old neckaroo.
Oh, nice.
We're all right. We're all right.
You're back from the coast.
I've returned from the coast. I was sent there. I've been a naughty boy. They sent me to the coast for 2 weeks. I had a much needed holiday. You must have seen from my Instagram, people of the world, that I was posting numerous holiday videos and photographs. And he said photographs. That's what they call them down in Cornwall.
They say a lot of different things in Cornwall.
They say a lot of funny stuff down there with their funny Cornish ways. All the signs are in Cornish, which is nice. Apparently, the language almost died out, and then they put money back in to funding people speaking traditional Cornish again.
I like it.
Why not?
Just in case anyone listening or watching isn't from England,
Yeah.
or even maybe from the very north of England, maybe they don't know where Cornwall is.
Cornwall is in the southwest of England. You could say it's the most southerly county in England because it is. It's
You
at
could say that.
the end of England. You see England, go down there. Well, that's where it is. Right.
Go
at the
down
bottom.
there, turn there, go that way. That's England.
Top
It
of the
is
left.
famous to our brothers and sisters across the pond for the place in which Columbus sailed from, Plymouth, which isn't quite Cornwall, but it's in the vicinity.
It's on the route. It's en route. Yeah, a lot of people stationed there, especially down Falmouth Way in Cornwall during the Second World War. A lot of Americans came over, so it's a pretty important place for warfare and the like. But it's not all war there these days. It's mainly fridge magnets and fudge.
It's mainly towels.
Novelty flagons, if you will.
Nice.
Mainly tea towels, of which I bought some back. I thought maybe I'll give you a quick rundown of what I did, then we can move on to the traditional stuff in today's episode. An episode that's going to be quite game heavy, I would say. An episode that features
Gay heavy.
game heavy, although
Okay.
you could say the former. An episode that features the much anticipated RRUP battle, spoken word off, between Kenny and myself. We wrote our versions of WAP, wet ass, doo-doo, which we'll be performing later on. Kenny, before we start, why don't you show everyone your new tattoo?
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
If anyone can't see it, please go to YouTube.
Before I start, probably going to
Go on.
start the timer.
Start the timer. We're at 1 minute 55, so that's, it's a strong start.
How do I start it?
How do you start the timer? Answers on a postcard. Like, comment, share below. How does Kenny start the timer?
I've done it. It's a stopwatch.
Done it. Well done. There we go.
Right, there we are. My new tattoo. I have a new tattoo. Notice that I didn't open the entire episode just about my tattoo because
That would be arrogant.
that was. There it is.
Whoa.
Okay.
What's that? What is that? Oh, look at the deets on that. Now, for people that don't know what that is, explain what that is there. That evil symbology on your arm.
Symbology. Lovely.
I guess that's a word.
I saw an advert earlier for Sophology,
Oh.
which is a sofa company. And that's the end of that story.
Any of you guys have sofas answered on the postcard? Like, share, subscribe. Let us know below.
This little beast is the Pick of Destiny from the film The Pick of Destiny.
Because it's the pick.
Do of Destiny Child. It is made from the Devil's Tooth, which was chipped in a fight against a lutist, I think.
I think the Devil's Tooth somewhere in Cornwall, I'm pretty sure.
And Jack Black and Carl Gass, Tenacious D, just us two. They turn it into it's taken into a guitar pick throughout history, and it's seen by Angus Young, and I think Hendrix plays it, and etc. They take it from the Rock and Roll History Museum and just write a great song with it. So it's a very nerdy tattoo.
Very nerdy. We've taken it. We've slapped it on his arm. So,
but I've also got a lightsaber on my arm. So just one of those losers.
You're a walking Comic-Con, aren't you, mate?
That's
Talking of comics on, let's bring a comic on to make this shit funny. Come on, here we go.
Go on.
I got back from Cornwall. I went to, here's the list: Plymouth, Newquay, St Ives, Polweath, Perranporth, Charlestown, the Lost Gardens of Heiligen. That's right.
I've been there.
Yeah, we tried to get there, but we couldn't find it. Get it? Because it's lost. Let's move on. We
Get
did.
it.
It was a lovely day. Mevagisti, you've been there. Jamaica Inn, you've been there. What is it the Waxworks used to say in Jamaica Inn? Do your impression.
As you walk in to Jamaica Inn,
An old smuggler's tavern, a historic 16th, 17th century smuggler's tavern on Bodmin Moor. What do they say when you walk in?
Welcome, weary travellers.
It's like a museum of like smuggling in the UK. If you don't understand that, have a little Google. It was a massive thing. Except they've removed that entirely now, so there's no waxworks there. It's just a museum. But
Upsetting. What was
upsetting.
It's Wuthering Heights, isn't it, that was written there?
No, I don't believe so. The
Pride
novel
and Prejudice.
the novel Jamaica Inn was written there by Daphne du Maurier. I think that might be what you're thinking of. She wrote Rebecca, I believe, and other things of that nature, which might be your confusion.
No. The Moors. You continue.
We went to West Bay, Prior Sands, Mousehole, Penzance, St Michael's Mount, Farnborough, Truro, Fistral Beach, Newquay Zoo, Loo. That was a shithole. Get it? Because loo is slang for toilet. It wasn't. It was lovely. Went to Polperro. I think that was it. That was the first day. Just joking. That was 2 days worth.
2 days. Just 2 days.
You're doing some research. Are you? I'm not sure. I thought Wuthering Heights was set on the Yorkshire Moors.
Right.
Kenny, our recent archivist, is going to look deep into the archive to find out what misinformation we've given out today.
I thought Bodmin Moor was... Oh, I didn't know this. Daffy du Maurier's novel, Jamaica Inn, was adapted into a film by Alfred Hitchcock called
That sounds powerful.
Jamaica Inn, made a mere 3 years after the novel. The novella, you could call it, if you were feeling fancy.
You could call it that. Yeah, it also inspired several TV series, one of which had terrible sound mixing a few years back. Twitter went mad for it because you couldn't hear everything. It was like, welcome, weary traveller.
It was,
you couldn't hear nothing.
It was directed by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, that is piercing pop culture commentary. Now, we were busy. It was mainly a hiking holiday, let's be honest. Have a few days on the beach, but I was trying to think of funny anecdotes, things. It was just a nice holiday. Like, there's not really a massive anecdote I can tell you about it. So I made a brief list before we move on of things that might be talking points, things that might inspire us. Found a Chicken Little DVD under the sofa, the accommodation we were staying in.
Fantastic.
That's fine. Why did the chicken cross the road? He didn't. He got crushed by a sofa.
Good.
Saw someone, well, not someone, rather, this someone was a giant seagull. It was like the Battle of Britain. He swooped down. All time slowed. It was like a Hitchcock movie.
Yeah. Like the bird, possibly.
Never heard of it, mate. Was that Bodmin or something? Not sure. Swept down, and this seagull took a whole ice cream cone, full ice cream and all, out of the woman's hands. No drippage. I can't pick up an ice cream without drippage. No drippage. He might have swallowed it in one.
Boom.
And I was thinking, are there seagulls in America? Is that a stupid question?
Wow.
I don't know.
That is a question.
Like, people might be listening to this going, what's a seagull? It's a gull. It's a type of bird. A giant white and grey kind of bird with a big beak. It's like
it's a rat with
like
wings.
A rat with wings, yeah. Which is the name of our new band, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Massive things. I don't know if people have ever seen a seagull in other countries. I would guess. Apparently, they used to live in the sea because they're called seagulls. But because of like when the beaches in the UK became kind of like Victorian hotspots and all these kind of things, tourism, tourist industry, that the gulls started coming inland to eat the food.
Because the food is so easy.
Yeah, so they used to just be there with fish and chilling out with the fishermen. These days, they're mugging me off. They're taking people's ice creams.
Oh,
they're stealing your wallet.
Yeah.
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 They're coming over here stealing our jobs as well. So, you know what I mean?
This is Jack's right-wing rant of the week.
Yeah. Wing. Seagulls have got wings. So there were terrifying seagulls everywhere. Luckily, nothing was stolen. I have been a victim of a seagull attack before. One did a little poo-pee in my ring donut. And let me tell you, the poo went into the ring donut like a target. I was impressed and angry in equal measure.
Paul McCartney showed up. He said, no, not those wings.
Not
Go
those.
away.
That is the kind of content. I saw someone fall down.
Been waiting to do that joke for a while.
You've been waiting to do a wings joke. The best band, Paul McCartney's best band.
Yeah.
I saw a woman fall down some slippery steps in Polperro. And do you remember the video where it was the woman who was treading grapes on the news and she fell out of the grape treader bucket and she went, oh. Right. It was on the live news. That is what I saw. We got into a boat. We go on a boat trip up the coast to see all the magical things, all the smugglers' caves, the open ocean, something that I haven't done ever. I've been on a ferry, never been on the open ocean like that. Like, special.
The open ocean.
Open ocean.
Welcome, weary travellers.
That's the name of the episode, straight away. Stepped into the boat, no life jackets. I mean, they're in there. I'm not going to do the company, but I thought maybe you have to put one on. Not in Cornwall. Don't do that. Just a couple of ice creams. That'll help you float. And a pasty. A couple of pasties under the arms.
Just tuck them under here.
Get in the boat. We're getting the boat, nice and cosy. I hear a noise. Slip. Oh God! What's happened there? Didn't want to turn around, so I thought it might be, death. Oh, a big northern woman. She's had a fall, wouldn't she? She's had a fall.
That poor
and she's
lady.
one of those that she does commentary on the fall. Oh, that was me knee. Oh, that was me knee. That's gone there. She's just talking about. Oh, that's my ankle there. It was my ankle earlier, and that's my bloody knee. Oh God, she was northern, of course, so loud. Sorry, loud. She's there for about 5 minutes. The guy who's in the boat doing the money, I would guess you would call him a sailor. He got out of the boat, a boatsman, a boatsmith.
A boatsmith.
He got out of there. He's helping. He's delaying the trip because he's helping the woman that's fallen down the stairs.
Yeah.
She's had I don't know how she did it. She must have just had a slip. She's landed on her bum. A full coccyx, like you did when you fell off the waterfall. A full coccyx has taken the full impact. Oh!
That's not
Do they have coccyx in America? We don't know. Oh, like that. He's helping her up. Anyway, she gets up. I'm thinking, well, at least that's over with. She gets on the boat. She's on the boat. She's on the trip.
The whole time.
On the trip. Oh. My bloody knees gone on my ankle. And then she's just telling everyone, isn't she? Oh, the thing is like that. My bloody ankle went then. Oh, she's telling everyone. The guy next to her, he's like her partner, I guess. Bloody hell, I was lucky I was there. You'd have fallen in the sea. Oh, I'm not. Can you believe it? All commentary on our injury. Eventually, once we got out into the sea, I pushed her off, so she shut up. She quietened down. But to be fair, she soldiered on. So
well done. Well done
to her, I say.
She's Northern, isn't she? She's hard. She's tough as
Oh, not she. She's hard.
tough as nails, as meat as
Tough
nails.
as meat. Tough as an old boot. That's what they say. Isn't
As
it?
an old boot and root and toot and tough and tough.
Rough and tumble. We went to the Tate in St Ives, the Tate Gallery. Ain't modern art rubbish?
Oh yeah, you got a bit on this, have you? Yeah. Oh.
It's not. It's not really a bit. It's just like it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? Italian Renaissance painting. Oh, beauty! The beauty of nature and the world colliding as one. Block of cement. Oh. What does it mean to you?
What does it all mean, Basil?
Yeah, didn't really do it for us. Lovely views from the place in St Ives, but
I'm not a huge modern art lover at all, really. But
no.
I mainly just like pop culture art. Italian Renaissance. What you need there is an Iron Maiden logo,
Right on there. Right.
and just an R2D2 in the corner, just to make it more relevant. More relevant.
Imagine that throughout history, R2D2's been hidden in the background of famous painting. Mona Lisa. Hello. Who's that? Mona
Who
Lisa.
else you need in the painting? Just a tiny little Winnie the Pooh.
He's brought Winnie out. This is unexpected. Why have you got Winnie the Pooh there? In arm's reach.
It's not planned.
No, not planned. What's that then? Why have you got Winnie the Pooh?
Listen to that.
Can barely hear it, but it sounds like you might have some coinage inside Winnie the Pooh.
I've got a little Winnie the Pooh coin thing. What are they called?
What a coin purse. Piggy bank.
Piggy bank, yeah, but it's a berry bank.
Berry
A berry bank.
Come on. So he looks nice. He pops out because you've got kind of the black kind of background. He stands out on video. He looks quite nice. Does he keep you warm at night?
No, he's quite
Is it a bit
hard
solid?
plastic.
A bit solid.
But just brought him along for the trip today. Just pop in the bottom of a Leonardo da Vinci painting.
There he is. Oh, the Pooey Lisa. But that was rubbish. Modern art was rubbish. A few museums, like I said, Jamaica in, learning all about the fishing trade and the smuggling going on there. We were climbing up some rocks, climbing down some rocks. We had some lovely food. We had some beach fun. I think I saw a famous rock star on the beach. I don't know who it was. And I've been thinking the whole time, I couldn't get a photo of him. He was like an old boy. I thought he might have been like in like Saxon or something. He looked a little bit like one of the guitarists from Maiden. The guy who's kind of got a foreign-y name with long hair.
Yannick Gears.
He looked a lot like Yannick, but I don't think it was Yannick.
Right.
He was a drummer for sure. And they were talking about music. I could hear him on the beach, music this, music that. And I thought,
Oh yeah.
It was his birthday. I thought, he's got the look of a man that's a rock star. And I wanted to ask him, and I just.
What were you going to ask him?
I don't know. Are you a famous?
Are you a famous rock star?
Yeah. He was there. He was weathered. He was weathered by rock. You know what I mean? It was all cracked
Much
into
like the Cornwall Rock on the weathered. That's just a geology joke, I think. There.
That was a geology joke there. Yeah, don't know who he was, but it was a lovely time, mate. We had a lovely time. Little rant on a couple of shops. Dad can't wear a mask because of he has a few lung conditions. He is exempt from wearing a mask. The girl in the Harry Potter licensed shop in Lou, she didn't agree with that. Sorry, sir. Don't see you wearing a mask there. Oh, yeah, I'm just exempt. Oh, right. Well, why is that? Sorry? What I don't like about this whole mask thing, mate, is it giving people a false sense of superiority, isn't it?
Absolutely.
This little youngling. Sorry, sir. I'm a qualified retail shop assistant, and I don't think you should be coming in here without a mask. Oh, she had a right pop. And you know what? Dad's he's quite chilled. He had a right pop back at her. He was like, how do you think I feel with a hidden disability and that you're having a pop at me when you know nothing about my life?
Absolutely.
How dare you ask that question? And of course, she cowered away and disappeared into a wet flannel. Isn't it a shame, mate, that it's causing this much anger?
Yeah, I can't stand all the stuff on social media and things like, people using it as kind of like a way to put people down.
Brownie points.
Oh,
isn't
if
it?
I see one more person doing something that I disagree, oh, you're so right, Joan. Oh, I'm really in agreement with you, Joan. Fuck
Typical
off,
Joan.
Joan.
Joan, I wish you fell over some steps into the sea.
Like, I went down bloody market last week. Oh, loads of people were there. It wasn't right. You were bloody there.
Joan, you're always there getting strawberries.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate
It
it.
was great.
Just bloody look after you and your own,
I
and
know.
leave everyone else out of it.
Yeah, we all had a pop at her and said it's got nothing to do with you. How dare you? So
Yeah.
put her in her place. Put her in her place in the end. But just a little first time that's really happened where a confrontation has happened over not wearing a mask, and it soured it. It soured the event. But we retrieved the day by going to the Museum of Treasure and Shipwrecks, which sounds amazing. So you want to go there? I would think so. Sorry,
That
treasure
sounds
and
pretty good.
shipwrecks? That sounds great.
Both
So
treasure and shipwrecks.
you're telling me 2 for 2 in Treasure and Shipwrecks?
Amazing.
We had a lovely time, mate. So we thoroughly enjoyed it. But I'm back now. We've taken at least 1,100 photos. That is the number of photos.
Wonderful.
So it's going to take a good long while to get those. But maybe a few of them will be coming back through to the social medias at some point. But I'm back and I'm ready for some hot podcasting action.
Yeah. Well, we are. We're happy to have you back in. The rest of Cornwall. Sort of like a different country.
Well, they want independence. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. So you've rejoined us on mainland England.
mainland England.
Welcome back.
I'd just like to thank Kenny for taking over the social media. He did 2 posts in 14 days. So I don't know how he had the time. Between getting tattoos and wanking, I don't know how you had the time.
Look,
I mean, that is mental, isn't it? That is mental. To be honest, I don't even know how he's here now. He's so fucking busy. He's such a busy boy all the time. Oh.
I was
posts.
engaging with podcasts that we have deals with and messages with, and if I'm honest, I found it all a bit much.
Didn't you?
I don't know how you keep on top of it, but I'm glad it's fucking over.
It's almost like, I took that role for a reason. Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. You can just put like a sick beat behind this rant, and it'll be great.
Yeah, we all have our strengths, and yours is Instagram.
Some would say I was born to it.
Born to the ground.
Some people have said that. I was getting christened. He went, "It hasn't been invented yet. There's a little thing called Instagram. This guy's going to be great at it." I was never christened. I'm going to hell.
I've been christened,
Not for you.
but I'm also going to hell because I have the devil's
Yes.
teeth on my arm.
You've taken the beauty of the body and you've defiled it with ink. You're a defiler.
Defiler.
You are. Kenny, the defiler.
But yeah,
Anyway,
we're back
we're back.
now. We're back. I never left.
Yeah, but when one of us experiences something, we both do.
Yeah.
Kenny was there in spirit.
I was there. Well, I'm glad you had a nice time, and I'm glad you're bloody home now.
Yeah, back to it, back to the action. We're going to kick things off with a bit of news, aren't we? There's a lot going on in the world of gaming. Is that correct?
There is. It's almost like that segue was planned.
Pop the glasses.
Make sure they're up. So, the world of gaming has seen possibly the most newsworthy week so far this year. We have a release date for the PlayStation 5, a price, and we knew the price of the Xbox Series X and S, but now we have a pre-order date as well. So, both consoles are the disced version, $499, £450 in our money. The discless version of the PS5 is £360, which is quite reasonable. Just siren, that'd be fine.
The police there. And what is it in Cornish doubloons?
It's 44,000 doubloons and a seagull carcass.
Oh, Well, they're quite valuable actually. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the ice cream does have to be sort of partly devoured.
Okay, like a hog roast where there's an apple in the mouth. It's a seagull, but just an ice cream in the mouth. Beautiful.
Pre-orders for the PS5, they're gone.
I think they were there for about 1 minute. They were gone.
They've sold out. And the Xbox Series X pre-orders are the 22nd, which I think is this episode will come out on the 21st.
Whoa, night before, baby.
So tomorrow, get your Xbox Series X pre-orders in. Release 10th of November. PS5's coming out 19th. So pretty close. The big thing this week, all this news has come from the conference, the PlayStation conference thing.
The conference.
The conference.
Will you be attending the conference?
I attend. Did you attend the conference?
I watched the best bits of the conference, but I was not there for the whole duration, sadly.
You watched the greatest hits.
I saw the greatest hits. It was great, but you were deep diving at the front, weren't you? You were crowd surfing the whole time.
I was, yeah. So Final Fantasy 16 announced. Looks like it's medieval fantasy. Pretty crazy.
Cool.
One thing that was particularly exciting, Hogwarts Legacy. Not exclusive, so Xbox fans have that to look forward to as well.
Yeah.
Set in the 1800s, create a character, explore the surrounding world around Hogwarts. Coming 2021. What more do you want?
Sounds amazing. That is a game built for a shanty. She'll absolutely go mental.
Yeah. It looks. I'm not particularly into Harry Potter. In fact, I would go as far as to say it's a bit shit.
Whoa.
On the down low, I would say that.
Yeah.
But this looks amazing. I'll probably play it.
Any kind of RPG, Potter game, anything with those kind of British-made franchises, it's the same with the Lord of the Rings game, although some of them have been a little different, a little hit and miss. But it's kind of franchise games. I know we've seen Lego Harry Potter and stuff for many years, but this is the game, and it leaked 2 or 3 years ago. There were some screenshots.
It did, yeah.
But, it's the game that everyone thought, wouldn't it be cool if there was a Harry Potter game? Whether he's in it remains to be seen. I don't think he will be, but because of the time difference and stuff. But yeah, that is the kind of game that everybody wanted on their wish list, and it's come true. So
it just sort of makes sense, doesn't it? And like from what you just said, we need a Lord of the Rings RPG. I mean, there is the Gollum game.
That is coming out in 21 or 22.
I think so. Yeah, 21.
Yeah,
I think.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
But we need a Lord of the Rings RPG. I mean, would be amazing with the lore, and you could set it. I don't know, just before the Fellowship, or not sure where you'd set it.
Yeah,
just do the whole story as an RPG.
Fine.
Spider-Man Miles Morales came. We had some gameplay for that on this kind of bridge gameplay, which is kind of like he's coming in and out of what would be like pre-rendered trailers into gameplay, out and in and out. It looks insane.
Amazing.
You had some COD gameplay, which looked good. The Resi Village trailer, which looked amazing.
Is this the first person one?
Yes. Yeah. So you had 7 that was first person.
Yeah.
And then you've got Village, which is the new one, which will be the second first person one.
Yeah.
One thing I thought was really funny was there was a Demon Souls trailer where they kind of did a kind of funny comedy sort of bit where the character's just running through, slaying everyone, and then he just runs up to this massive boss and then just dies instantly. It just says, you died.
You lose.
In the red writing like Demon Souls does normally. Quite funny. It was kind of like a sort of noob playing Demon Souls for a trailer. It was quite good.
Yeah.
You had PlayStation Plus Collection, which I think is a clever thing to do.
Yeah.
And the lack of release titles. So you're going to be able to play like all of the big PS4 games at release for free on PS5.
Nice, generous.
Yeah. And then at the end, obviously, you had one final surprise. What would it be? It was God of War Ragnarok. Just the logo and a little voiceover from Kratos. And that was it. That's all you needed. And I was wet as a bloody WAP.
You had a WAP on, didn't you? You love a bit of God
WAP. So that was the conference. You had other stuff as well that we haven't mentioned, but yeah, Deathloop, Devil May Cry 5, loads of stuff. Looked very good. Very impressive conference.
Yeah.
With the release date and the price. What did you think of it?
Well, I like the original, and then it when they did the new one. Just
Really
joking. Just joking. I compared it with some of the Xbox games that were announced that were exclusives. Gonna say, of course, Sony has wiped the floor with Microsoft once again. Like you've said, you didn't mention Gran Turismo, Ratchet and Clank, like that. You look at the Xbox Series X. Fable, I'm excited. I've said about Fable before. We talked about Fable on this before it even happened. We said it'd been like a Fable game. So I don't want to say we inspired it, but big boys over here. Xbox, Hellblade 2, Forza, State of Decay, It's just shit you never heard of. As Dusk Falls, Everwild. What is this rubbish? The Medium. That intrigued me because it's got the Silent Hill composers on it, which is putting me quite cool. There's one called Avowed, which looks like a medieval fantasy RPG. That might be interesting. Yeah. But just comparing the two, PS5's wiped the floor with them.
It wasn't great. I think that conference from Xbox, like we said on the pod, it was a bit of a disaster. The Halo graphics looked shockingly bad.
Well, they've postponed it. We spoke about that already.
Yeah,
so they haven't even got their leading exclusive game. They've pulled it to the next year. So it's a bad showing. It's a bad showing for them and a good showing for Sony. Now, I wrote down some tech specs, which won't mean anything to anyone, but I'm going to read them out. I'm going to compare them, okay?
Okay.
The PlayStation 5 will run off a custom-built version of the third-generation AMD Ryzen chipset, packing in 8 cores, that's one more than 7, with the company's new Zen 2 architecture and Navi graphics, okay? The CPU will run at 3.5 gigahertz, I guess that is. The GPU offers 36 compute units, running at 2.23 gigahertz and offering 10.28 T-flops. Don't know what that is. Maybe this podcast is a T-flop. Those parts are paired with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 with a bandwidth of 448 GBS. So, pretty powerful stuff.
Pretty powerful stuff.
In normal terms, it offers about 825 gigabytes of storage and 9 gigabytes worth of compressed data, and it has 8K visuals, which, to be honest, is mental. For most people that have maybe a 4K, maybe a 1080 TV, 8K, we said about this, what's it going to do? Jump out of the TV at you and grab you?
Yeah, it's
that is mental. Now, I did a little comparison. Maybe I won't read all the Xbox tech specs. Some of the highlights include an 8-core AMD Zen 2 processor and the same Zen 2 and RDNA2 architecture. So, it's made with a little bit of the same stuff as a PS5. And they're actually starting sharing some tech, which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Perhaps competing against Google Arcadia, and Google maybe in the future might be a thing. Could we see a complete brand unification? I doubt it, but you never know. So what all that really means is actually the Xbox has slightly quicker processing.
Than
the PS5 does. And what I liked about it, it has a quick resume, so you can pause and resume multiple games at once.
Yes, it does.
Probably it wouldn't play multiple games at once, but there you are. So Sony hasn't necessarily created the superior console to the Xbox Series X, but visually they're always ahead of the game. And but the fact remains that they're running relatively similar systems. I know PS5 is pretty good with lighting and things like that. So
Yeah.
and I think the Xbox is focused more on latency and that kind of thing. So, there's always the argument, isn't there? What's better, this and that, this and that. But at the end of the day, whatever you buy, you're going to get a pretty impressive piece of technology.
Oh, yes. Yeah, both are big steps forward, without doubt.
Yeah.
For me, it's the games are the issue on the Xbox, and
Exactly.
the actual hardware and software will be just like the X, and have been great. In fact, the UI on Xbox is way nicer to use.
Yeah.
The PS4 UI is just so slow and cumbersome, and it's on that kind of rail across like the PS3 was, and it's never really been updated. The store isn't very good. It's very hard to navigate. They've definitely had the better user kind of experience has always been on the Xbox, I think. But just need those games. You need the games. I don't know. They have to have games. They've got these studios that they've bought, haven't they? There will be big games. They have to.
The trouble is, they shut half of them down. Back in the day, they decimated these small studios, which is why Fable disappeared. And they've gone, we can't actually do it all in-house like Sony can. Yeah. There's some great third-party games coming out. Like I said, Hogwarts. Call of Duty's, Cold War, Gotham Knights, something that we tweeted about at length. I thought the trailer for that looked very exciting. I think it's made by the same people that did Origins.
Yes. Yeah.
Looks really cool to me that you don't necessarily play as Batman. I think that looks pretty cool.
That Suicide Squad game, look, I think that is multi-platform.
Lord of the Rings, as we said, Hitman 3 will be coming out in the next probably 18 months, 2 years. Cyberpunk, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
The obvious stuff, FIFA, NBA, all those obvious things. Far Cry 6.
Yeah.
I know they've perhaps fallen off a cliff a little bit, Far Cry, in the last sort of 2 years or so.
A little bit, but this one looks, Giancarlo Esposito is in it, and he's fantastic.
Amazing, yeah.
Hoping that he is used well as a villain. The thing with the Xbox, the one thing that I think is troubling is this Series S.
Right, yeah.
So it's $299, but it's lacking a lot. It's very cheap in comparison. Targeting 1440p over 4K, which I don't think's a bad thing. If you don't have a 4K monitor, then you're not going to get 4K anyway.
Yeah.
And there's going to be upscaling.
Yeah.
The GPU's got 4 teraflops, as opposed to the Xbox Series X, which has 12. Okay. It's got less RAM, and the SSD's half the size at 512 gigabytes. Now, so the best way that I think this can be kind of assessed is there was one of the high up team members at Remedy who made Control, Alan Wake. I saw them say that if they were a consumer, which they are obviously, they're really excited, but as a developer, they're pretty worried about making games for Series X and how then you downscale to fit the Series S option. It's going to be interesting to see if games can be made for both, or whether the downgraded version for the S is going to be really buggy, or will there be games that aren't even released on the S that are on the X end?
Yeah, will they have to remake the game? They'll have an Xbox One version, an S version, an X version.
Yeah,
I think what started as a cheaper option for people that wanted to get something that is in their price range, and something a bit smaller, and something that's just a bit more convenient for them on the go. I think it might backfire a little bit, where it does seem a little subpar, to be honest.
Yeah, the X I think looks great, but the S is, I just can't see how it's going to work. No. I would implore anyone listening thinking about getting an S to consider getting the discless PS4, or just save up, because the discless PS4 is cheaper and has the exact same specs as the normal PS4.
That's it.
The S is like this kind of, it's only slightly more powerful than the Xbox One X, which is like the PS4 Pro,
right?
Which was like the mid-generation update. To the Xbox One. the One X. Also, the naming an Xbox. What the hell? Series S, X1, One X. It's so confusing.
The Generation X.
They're a band. Into the Valley of the Dolls. That was one of their songs.
X-Men, Days of Future Past. My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. That's another one.
www.xxx.com. No, don't do that.
Don't go on that. So lots of he's popped his hat on.
Triple X, Return of the Xander Cage.
Oh yeah.
That was the sequel to that Vin Diesel film.
Great, just a great bit of movie trivia there for you.
I'll take that back off.
He's popped his movie cap on. Take that off again.
It's going to be interesting, but either way, it's exciting. It's so exciting.
The thing that they mucked up on is they gave a really vague pre-order time, PlayStation, and it screwed over almost every retailer. They were like, so when can you buy it? Probably now. What? Yeah, probably now. What? And everyone just went mental.
What?
Walmart.
Pre-orders are live?
Yeah, Amazon sold out. Can't fulfill orders. Loads of shops can't do it. There's toy stores that get them in. There's Argos. There's loads of people. There's people just putting down cash. It's wacky. It's crazy. So they didn't quite do that in a good way, which is a shame.
I saw the day of the release on. So it was meant to be the next day.
Yeah.
Game just went live at midnight. Amazon was supposed to be 9 a.m. But between midnight and 9 a.m., so before Amazon had even gone on sale, in the UK there were bids on PS5 pre-orders on eBay over £1,000.
Oh my goodness.
It's not good.
Ruthless, mate. It's ruthless, isn't it? Don't be spending that money.
Don't do that. No.
Silliness.
Just because the kids got to open something on Christmas Day, fuck them. That's $1,000.
Just don't fuck kids. That's not all we're saying. Merry Christmas. What I do like is that the PS5 does have PS4 backwards compatibility. We spoke about that in the past. I do like a replay of an old game. Kenny's not always so much on that as I am. Yeah. No PS3 or no PS2. Now, they're saying that now, but the original PS3 launch could play PS1 and PS2. Then it dropped PS2, and then it brought back PS2 again with improved resolutions. I'm not sure they know what they're doing. There was some confusion here with Xbox as well. Can you what at the moment it seems to be the PS5 can play 99% of PS4 games. Yeah. I don't know what the 1% means. Yeah, what's the 1%? I don't know. Probably like my favorite game or something. I don't know, but no other games. No, that's it. So they've got emulated versions of PS3 and PS2, but a small catalogue. But as for the disc, I don't think we're ever going to see the day of it, of backwards compatibility. Fully compatible, yeah, from every generation up. I don't think it's going to happen. Shame, because there's just a few that fell through the cracks there that didn't. The games that we've mentioned before. I've always wanted to replay a game called Area 51, for example. The driver games, fun games like that I think would just be fun for 20 minutes to play at a party or something. Yeah. You're just not going to be able to, which is a shame. But I think you're expecting a lot to be able to play games from 15 years ago. I think it's very hard, I imagine, to get the architecture to be able to play. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's easy. I don't know. But it isn't going to happen, unfortunately. We just need digital versions of all the games. Just do it that way instead. A digital fingerprint or rebuild of games. Will that ever happen? Will there be a library as there is with a Game Pass or something, whatever, where you can play some games from previous generations? Yeah, I mean, there is some on called PlayStation Now, but it's much smaller than Game Pass. Much smaller. So remains to be seen. There we go. Well, you're lucky, mate, because you're going to have a bloody PlayStation flying its way to your door, aren't you? I have a PS5 pre-order. I was one of the lucky few that has got himself a PS5. But don't know when you're going to get it because it's from Amazon. So
There is
Who
that.
knows? But
They've-
the fact remains, one day you're going to get it.
They've sold 4 million units. They've got 30. They've got 30 to give
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's going to be kind of like, you give us £450, that gets you a lotto ticket,
Yeah.
and then we'll draw 30 consoles at random. And but yes, so it is going to happen. But people hold on.
Time for Christmas.
There'll be bundles at Christmas. There'll be sales. Probably the first price drop will be Q1 2021. So hold out. And one good thing about the PlayStation is they've announced that the new Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Horizon will come out on PS4. So
Yeah, that's another discussion, isn't it? What is new gen? What isn't?
no need to upgrade if you're after those games. There are some games, Ratchet and Clank that you mentioned, just the way that the game's been made, it needs the power of the PS5, I believe.
The power.
But anyway, that's gaming. We're all very excited.
We're excited, and in true gaming form, we're going to return to a popular feature, Monkey Tennis, where we have to pitch games, movies, TV shows with normally a silly Billy title inspired by Alan Partridge. And we're doing a kind of a gaming movie edition of Monkey Tennis today. Pop your gaming movie tennis on. In fact, pop your jingle hat on, because we're going to hear a bloody jingle, aren't we?
Yeah, let's hit that jingle in 5, 4, 1.
Monkey Tennis.
I'll be fine. There we go.
That'll be fine. What a jingle. 5, 4, 1. You can tell he's not a drummer. 5, 4, 1.
5,
Wow.
4, 1. So Monkey Tennis is we're going to pitch some silly ideas for films and gaming mashed together, and as if we were pitching them to someone at a film studio to pick it up.
Yeah. We've gone into Warner Bros. They've renamed to Warner Sisters because 2020. And we're going to pitch some bloody good things. Would you like to start, mate?
I can start. Yeah. Okay. So, Monkey Tennis. Pitch for a film. Luigi Hollow.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking of the image. Just thinking of the image already.
Italian plumber Luigi takes over from Johnny Depp as New York policeman Ichiban Crane, who investigates the headless horseman
Ichiban.
in the Dutch hamlet of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must avoid the temptation of casting Mario as Mr. Luigi is looking to strike out with more dramatic roles.
He doesn't want to be lumped in with him.
He doesn't.
You know, if anything, he's always been in Mario's shadow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Luigi Hollow.
That's ridiculousness, and you know it. You've pulled that out of somewhere. Well, yeah. So it's exactly the same film.
It's
but
the
just
same
looking
film.
at it.
He's just looking to be more, he will wear, it'll be one of those ones where he's not wearing the green, but he'll wear a bit of green, and it'll be like, wink, wink. Remember?
Yeah. For the hardened fans, the cap's on, they know. But for your everyday, they might not know.
He's just wearing a bit of green. He's just looking. The plumbing has dried up. He's had enough of Mario and Princess Peach. He's fucked off to 1700s New York.
Yeah, which we all sometimes. I wish I was in bloody 1700s New York. Am I right? New York. Yoyik. That's how you say it, mate. Yoyik.
Ichiban Crane.
Yoyik. Yeah, that's a name, isn't it? No one's called that these days.
No, not like the good old days.
Not like the good old icky Bonds.
All right, Icky.
All right, Bond. Maybe that's Bond Scott. Maybe that was his full name.
Icky Bond.
Bond Scott. Mate, we've solved the conundrum.
There you go.
Well, shall I give you a short? That was lovely, mate.
Thank you.
Luigi Hollow, very funny. I'm going to give you a short one to start because a couple of mine are a little longer.
Go on.
Well, actually, this is a game. It started as a movie, but actually, I think it's going to be a game to start with, and then maybe an adaptation is made later on.
Nice.
Two-Pac Man. Two-Pac Man.
Okay.
So it's a maze arcade game.
Yeah.
Tupac has to smoke all the weed in Las Vegas whilst avoiding the Southside Compton Crips.
Right.
Finding record contracts in the maze causes Tupac to turn red and lose all his money. And that's the game. That's the game.
It's a crossover. It's just a really well done crossover.
It's telling the story of Tupac's tragic life through a kind of a maze, cheapy maze arcade game that you could play anywhere, anytime. Two-Pac Man.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to come right back at you because I've been in contact with Pac-Man.
No.
And I've got my own pitch for him.
I can't believe it. You've pitched against me. That is... Go on.
So we'll have to see what Pac-Man would choose. Maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what to say about this.
Pitch for a film. Anchor Pac-Man.
Right. Okay.
Ron Burgundy, he's out.
He's out, right.
The team enter an exciting new chapter of news when gaming legend Pac-Man joins as lead anchor.
Right, yeah.
Expect lots of laughs along the way, especially when Brick joins Pac for dinner at his home. Dishes include bananas, cherries, and small white dots.
Fine. Brick and Pac. I mean, it works. They could even have a spin-off. I don't know.
A buddy cop show.
A buddy cop show, Brick and Pac on the road. Brick and Pac on tour.
Maybe Tupac could just take the place of Pac-Man. He doesn't need to be there. And whilst Tupac is playing the game, Pac-Man can come and do my film.
Yeah, that's fine. Or it could be like a kind of a fly thing where it's Tupac and Pac-Man. They morph together. There's some event. He's playing Tupac is in jail and he's playing Pac-Man.
In jail?
Lightning strikes, right? Suddenly he's Pac-Man. Oh my God, I'm Pac-Man now. And then that person then stars in your film.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of, we get Nolan on board. Nolan's good.
Basically, yeah. No one will be able to understand any of the.
He's good with this Tenet shit. He can do that. Really bad audio. We'll get that, and it's kind of a multi-layered Inception type Tupac Pac-Man film. I'm fine with it. Sponsored by Lurpak. All right. Ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous. Ludicrous can be. He can be in it.
Ludicrous could be in there. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Would Pac-Man just be Pac-Man, or would it be a human body with Pac-Man's face?
I don't know.
Because that's terrifying. With a Ron Burgundy wig.
Yeah, and the mustache. Yeah.
And the moustache. Yeah.
Someone mock that up.
Please, somebody draw that out there. Yeah. So mine was actually inspired by Minecraft. My movie idea. It's called Mein Kampft. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can probably put your hat on at this point.
I don't know. I don't know whether to just.
Well, it's the most popular game ever made, Mein Kampft. So this is under the guise of satire and irony. The movie takes place in an alternate timeline where Adolf Hitler channels his rage into creating the ultimate sandbox video game. He surrounds himself with yes men, he won't take no for an answer. He ends up fighting competition from UK and American game developers. It culminates in an international esports tournament. All right. Now, there will be an accompanying game released alongside Mein Kampft, with traditional survival mode. That's more like Call of Duty survival mode. And then obviously regular unlimited build mode, which is kind of like slave labor. And that is Mein Kampft.
Mein Kampft. Okay, let's stop saying it.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move
That
on.
one that you did just then was good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
My my last full one
Yeah,
is I've broken the rules a little bit.
that's okay.
I've got it could be a feature length episode, but it originates from a TV show. So I'm going to go picture a TV show.
Okay.
Master Chef with Master Chief.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
After after Greg Wallace and John Turode suffer an unfortunate malfunction with a plasma rifle and a cherry trifle, Master
You can't do it.
MasterChef is seeking a new lead. Thankfully, Spartan super soldier Master Chief is on hand to take reins, helmet permitting.
Yeah. Master Chief. I mean, that is good, isn't it? That is masterful. That's what that
Thank
is.
you.
Master Chief. Yeah. I mean, just imagine him frying an egg.
Yeah.
Making some banana bread.
They do the voiceover with the music. MasterChef is worried about how Joan's back, how quickly Joan is doing her tartlet, and whether she'll be ready on time. And it's just him stood there, not saying anything in his green suit.
Fine. Master Chief, Master Chef. Well done. I'm going to finish things off with another movie. Again,
Okay.
games spin off. Womb Raider. Womb Raider. So, famed British archaeologist Lara Croft gives up her life of treasure hunting to become a midwife. As what better treasure is there than the gift of childbirth? But there could be a twist, maybe this could run as a TV series, could be a feature-length TV thing, could be like Des that was on the other day, good drama, could be a 3-parter on 3 nights of the week, then it's done. That's fine. Maybe on the second night, she has to deliver the baby of a rich aristocrat. Maybe he recognises her, or she, because it probably would be. I know men can give birth these days.
Totally.
She recognises Lara Croft, goes, oh, I recognise you. Did you used to be famed British archaeologist Lara Croft? And she's like, oh, yeah, maybe I did. And he goes, you know what? Maybe he informs her, like, there's a cave in Cheddar that's full of coins. I don't know. Maybe he goes, to thank you for the beautiful birth of my daughter, I've hidden some treasure in the Amazon. And she goes, oh, and she comes out of retirement. You know what I mean? But she's still wearing her sort of midwifery nurse's outfit.
Right.
She's not wearing the traditional Lara Croft Tomb Raider outfit.
Yeah, she's always
covered in
up
blood.
for a delivery of a baby somewhere.
Anywhere. She's covered in blood, piss, placenta, everything. It's all over her. She's swinging through a cavern, just dressed fully as a nurse. What can I say? I know what you think. How has this not been made before? I know. I know.
Good.
What can I tell you? Womb Raider.
I like it. Womb Raider.
Something for the older folks, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
They love her.
BBC 9 o'clock.
What's that? What's it called? That BBC one? Call the Midwife. Pop
Fine.
it on after that.
You know what? Join the expanded universe, extended universe. They're in the same universe. maybe we introduce the character of Lara Croft, midwife, to some of the fans of Call the Midwife. Maybe she's in there. Oh my God, who's that?
Call the Midwife.
She's got her own
Spin-off
show.
show. Womb Raider.
It writes itself. Now, I don't know about you, but I wrote a couple of ones that I didn't actually write the full thing for. Just a few puns, maybe might be fun.
Go on. Maybe we can build them on air.
Maybe we can build a story around it. Well, I text this one to you. Resident Evil Knievel.
That's lovely.
I think that's nice, that, isn't it? It could just be you play as Evil Knievel in Resident Evil. I was thinking in kind of a Dead Rising way, so you can just ride around the zombies on your motorbike. Maybe do some stunts.
You could do like a massive, just a big jump with loads of zombies underneath. So
That is genius.
if you mess it up, you're fucked.
Going over the school bus, and you look down and there's all zombies under you. I mean, that is genuinely really good game design. That is cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
You land on the other ramp. Oh, just take a head off. Writes itself. Prince in Persia. So you just play as Prince in the game, and he's just in Persia. You know, maybe you could drop Prince in like the Prince of Persia, you know, surroundings. He's got to do a wall run, but it's just Prince. How would Prince tackle that? I think that's something we need to look at.
I think he'd figure out a way, but I'm not sure how.
Maybe with music. He could bounce something off the wall with music. I don't know.
Yeah. He was a genius, so I think he could do it.
I think he could do it.
Anyone who doesn't think Prince is a genius, fuck
Get
off.
out of town. F off. Angry Birds is just renaming Loose Women.
Nice.
Cheeky joke there. Cheeky joke for the Brits there.
Cheeky.
Better call Saul of Duty. Okay? Come on now.
That's good.
He joins the army. It writes itself. He joins the army.
He's a corrupt lawyer that joins the army.
Yeah. It turns out he's a really good soldier. You know, so he's always fighting morally with, I know this is unjust, but also I really like shooting people's heads off.
Yeah.
And shooting up. It works itself. What about Sonic the Hedge Fund Manager?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that's the sequel, actually, to the
new
film,
one.
which was actually okay.
Actually, good. I like to see Ben Schwartz getting lead roles. I think he's very funny.
Yeah, it's very.
Yeah. So it's Sonic. It is Sonic, but he's slowing down in his later life. He works in a bank, and he's in a full suit, but it is exactly Blue Sonic in a full suit.
Nice.
Now I can't picture that. As much as I try and picture it, I cannot imagine him in a suit because I can just see his whole head coming out of the suit.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah,
It's nice.
that's nice. Maybe one more, The Sims, but it's just John Sim, famed British actor, and just his family. So you play as John Sim and his family in The Sims.
Let me. Who is John Sim?
John Sim was in Life on Mars, amongst many other. He was one of the doctors in Doctor Who.
Yes. There he is. For everyone.
You don't know, Google John Sim.
For
Very
everyone
good
watching,
actor.
here's John Sim.
There's John. Now imagine playing as him. I know what you're thinking. Imagine playing a game where you can play as John Sim. The Sims. It writes itself. There he is. Look, there he is. This episode features Winnie the Pooh and John Sim, which is lovely. So, go on, hang on. The ultimate crossover. Wow. Disney, they have missed a trick. Disney, yeah, haven't they?
They're kissing.
Oh,
Love you, John.
never kissing. So there's just a few ideas there for things we could have done, but. Let us know if you've got any more gaming, movie, TV puns. If you'd like to see something being made, let us know. Comment below. Email us. Fax us. Write it in a letter. Guys, I've got some great pictures. All right?
I want to end this episode talking about some wet-ass pee-pee.
I want to end this episode. And he just clicked. Oh. Go on, then.
The time has come. The hat's on.
The mug's out.
Right. We're getting serious.
I'm a bit nervous. I'm going to be honest.
We've had... I had a little look at these parodies. We've had the Ben Shapiro edition.
Yep.
We've had... And I looked up a couple of others.
Yep.
We've had Hard Ass Penis, which wasn't great.
Wasn't great.
There was Chores in This House, which was slightly racist about a Spanish cleaner.
Okay.
We had Wings and Pizza, which was just a morbidly obese woman sort of eating food.
I think you might have clicked on the wrong video. Right? I'm not sure. Yeah.
One good one, anyone wants to check it out, the WAP Mum edition. He's a feisty toddler. I've got a feisty toddler. Was quite good. But we are going to, after our episode, Wet Ass Podcast, we promised something which we are going to deliver on now. What was that?
We made a promise to write a few lines, a few words, a couple of verses of our own version of WAP. You know, it's a profound song. There's been a lot of feminist conjecture and conversation around it. The week after it was released, Cardi B announced she's getting divorced, so that's good. We decided to write a little bit of our own, empowering an empowering song for men about their bloody bits. Because you know what? I've never heard of one. A song about a man's dingle. I mean, I'll pay you £5 if you can give me one. You know what I mean? This is new, right here, right now.
Right here, right now, right here, right now, right here. So
no beats. I ain't got a beat to it, but maybe in the future we'll record it if people like Kenny's and ours. You know, I kind of thought of it as being a rap battle, but you know what? I kind of just want to hear them both and then release them both, to be honest. So you can let us know if you prefer one. Maybe we'll do a combination of the two, but we've prepared a little bit of our own version of WAP. So,
who's going to go first?
I don't know. I think mine is slightly longer than yours. My penis. Whoa!
Wait! I said. Sorry, I said wait.
Yep.
I think
I don't mind.
Wet ass pussies before Nick go first. So after you. It's a sick burn.
Oh, I can go. Yeah. Well, I've called mine fat ass penis. So FAP.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's the logical spiritual successor. It's a song that's in conversation with WAP. Are you prepared?
I cannot wait.
Could do this really fast, but I found with the last spoken word that's some bit you missed, so I might do it a little bit slowly. Put your penis hat on for me.
There we are.
You know what I'll do? I'll prepare myself like I'm doing an Eminem bit in the bathroom. Wash my face. Here we go.
Here we go.
Fat ass penis. I gotta let you know that I know that you know, and I know it's a no, but you gotta tell me so. I'm like a yo-yo. You got me going up and down like Simon Miller's YouTube show reference. Why are you always texting when I'm driving? We got Bluetooth though. You high? Why are you always eating when I want to vibe? Let's take a minute, girl. Drink chai. Talk it over. We'll be fine. I only slept with her like 5 times. Her pussy tastes like 5 Spice. I got a fat ass penis. Then the beat drops.
Right.
You might see me talking to myself. Eating too much pussy isn't good for your health. Bitch is sitting on my lap like a Christmas elf. Sensory overload. Brain's gonna melt. We're playing board games, whore games, coming up the wall games. Adam's apple round my tackle. Rock you to the core games. Groaning, boning. Fanny will be foaming. 69's the hard. 999 you be phoning. Skin turning yellow like Marge is pissing on homie. Dunking, dribbling. You're going down like Kobe.
Oh,
I got a fat ass penis.
Going down like Kobe.
A banana a day keeps the doctor away. You know this bit. So I beat with my dick like Dr. Dre. No medication in the nation to soothe the pain. You'll be lucky after fucking if you walk without a cane. Beat that ass before I eat that ass. Won't be long before I beat that ass. Defeat that ass. I want to meet that ass. Hello, bum bum. Hello, bum bum. I want to greet that ass.
Yeah.
Just to wrap it all up, I'm a cheating ass, and I view women as property. Just joking, this whole thing's a metaphor for cheating at Monopoly. Don't play games, no sex before marriage. I got a fat ass penis. Done. All right. So I feel empowered.
I think we can both agree that was a seminal moment for men worldwide.
yeah. Not the podcast. Men.
There's people outside my window. They've gathered.
You know that new sound we've been looking for? I just found it.
Well, that was magnificent, and your partner is very lucky.
Oh yeah, it's definitely about her.
Your partner's so lucky to have a man that can, really vibe that way.
I said, Danielle, can you beat that ass before I eat that ass? Thank you.
Beat that.
Oh, now if there's anything anyone's missed in there, let me know. Maybe we'll post it up and, maybe we'll put that in the Tate gallery.
That was great. Well, it was better than most modern art I've seen.
Yeah, or the Taint gallery.
Hey.
Fine.
Okay.
Come on, give it to me. Give me the beat.
So I've done something slightly different. What I've done is I've rewritten WAP
Yeah.
and called it Wet Ass Penis, but it
Fine.
follows the same.
This is what we should have done, really. So you've stuck to your guns here, which I like.
Okay, so how does the beginning go?
There's some whores in this house.
There's some hole in the. Oh yeah, so it goes do 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 do. Okay, so right, so this is how it's gonna go. Okay, wet ass penis. Make your knees weak. Make that ass squeak. Wet ass penis. My actions ain't open to critique. Wait. Yeah, you fucking with a wet ass penis. Enough juice to belly flop for this wet ass penis. I'm totally secure with my wet ass penis.
He would be.
Sip it up, bitch, catch the cum. In your mouth or in your bum.
No.
Dress them titties in the lace and be careful with your brace.
Be careful.
Actually, stop. I want to confide. I'm really not like this. I lied. My eyes are wet. I weep and hide. This dirty rap is monopolized.
Oh, we both mentioned the same thing.
It's not like this message is disguised. Back to big man. Don't be surprised. Make it hard. Make my dreams. Drench yourself like a bukkake scene.
Oh, no.
You will cook. Keep me clean. If I want, you'll even eat my reen. Forgive me. And then, so this is the... so that's Cardi B. This is the Megan Thee Stallion. So
You've written her part as well. Great.
Forgive me, silly me. My masculinity does not allow me to be sensitive. My micro penis ain't ever going to make you scream. This hip-hop is made for headlines in E.
That's good. That's really good.
I want to quit. These words ain't writ. They're made by consensus. That's why it's all shit. You'd never guess, but I'm a little torn on this thing. Big man or a bitch is a choice I've got to make. Now keep your pussy nice and clean for this wet-ass penis. I mean, don't put up with misogyny for this white able person. Spread that ass nice and wide for that wet-ass penis. Empower yourself and never hide for this white able person.
White able. Brilliant. Well, I mean, if I thought mine was empowering, but that, I mean, that should be studied.
It's
You've taken the subject matter and you've just you've toppled him. You've brought him back up. That's powerful.
What I've
You've
gone for
reframed it.
is as though it's been written by a kind of a bipolar rapper who has very mixed feelings on how the lust he feels and also that you should be nice to women.
Look, we both went for a different tack there. I went for being an arsehole, and you went for looking at an arsehole, then thinking about yourself philosophically.
Looking at an arsehole.
Which,
How does that make you feel about yourself and your own masculinity?
Yeah. I think both served a purpose there. Whose was better? Whose did you enjoy? It's not a competition. You don't win anything if you say. I think we'll probably record them both. Would be funny.
Yeah.
I can see these being a very serious, lesson. For all men. Maybe mine.
For all men.
Mine maybe isn't quite as profound as that. But I did reference Kobe dying in a horrific helicopter crash.
Going down like that was a really good line.
Yeah, that is offensive, isn't it? I thought a lot of people might actually be quite angry about that. Is it too soon for Kobe jokes? Don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
I would say. Well, with that bumshell, I think we should probably call it a day, shouldn't we?
we should call it a day, I think. We've covered all the things we need to. We're happy to have you back amongst the living.
Thank you. I
and
was
not
dead for a
amongst
while.
the webbed feet Cornish toads that live.
Dismissed all our Cornish listeners there. I think there's at least one there. So yeah.
But yes, I think we'll leave it there.
We'll leave it there. Glad to be back. If you want to listen on other places, you can. You can listen on Spotify, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, bigheadsmedia.com. You can watch the video podcast on YouTube. I think we're on lots of other random apps as well that, without our knowledge, we seem to be uploaded on. So
Yeah.
keep an eye on that. We are on social media. And Kenny's going to tell us where we can be found.
I just thought I'd leave it just to see what you were going to do with that. Can you hear me?
I can hear the sea.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, that is loud, that. I got poo in my ear. It's like that song.
Yeah. You can catch our socials at Rock and Roll Up Podcast on Facebook and Instagram, and Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter. Engage with us there. We post mainly on Twitter and Instagram because Facebook's shit.
Facebook's rubbish, although we are going to, at some point, I think I might do it this week or next week, do a little ad campaign, maybe chuck a tenner on, just a general rock and roll up ad, because normally we're boosting some of the episodes these days, but maybe just a general ad to say, this is who we are, so you might end up seeing that in the next few weeks, amongst other things. And we've got some exciting things coming up, actually, which maybe we'll keep close to our chest, closer to the time, in case anything goes wrong.
Yeah,
but
what are we announcing that now? No, let's not announce it now.
I think we are, because they haven't, so we won't. But
they haven't. But we can say we've bagged an interview.
Yeah.
That's going to be very exciting, which will be coming very soon.
Yeah, hopefully next
All
week.
goes well.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So lots of things happening. Thank you for your support. Climbing the hill to 2,000 on Twitter and Instagram still. Just about to break 1,500 on Instagram, actually, which is a good number. So
a lot of my hard work for that over the last two.
Old man Ken on his picture, looking very good with a grey beard, actually.
Thank you.
In your birthday
as well.
Yeah. Actually, everybody saw that photo when I was away and went, quite suits him, that, actually. So all I'm saying is maybe go for the Santa Claus look now. I don't know.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
But with that, I shall say, no sex before marriage. That was the moral of the thing. Peace and love.
Peace and love to all. See you in a bit. Love you.
Love you. Peace out.
Big time.
Just make sure. Beat that ass before I eat that ass. All right?
You don't want to be picking out.
Cheers to that.